What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the series between the Philadelphia 76ers and New York Knicks. And as you guys know, the New York Knicks have eliminated the Philadelphia 76ers and move on to the semi-final round of the NBA playoffs. An absolute dogfight this series was. It didn't go 7 games, it did go 6, but with the theatrics and just everything about this series was perfect, honestly, in my opinion. You had late game heroics by guys like Tyrese Maxey. Just point performances from guys like Jalen Brunson, who's an absolute dog. Guys like Dante DiVincenzo, who showed up in big spots. You had guys like Buddy Hield, who showed up in a big spot in Game 6. You look at Joel Embiid, who honestly played on one leg throughout the entire series and he was great, but did have his moments where he looked lackluster, but we all know he's dealing with an injury. You look at guys like Josh Hart, who's an absolute dog. And that's one thing I can say about this New York Knicks team with Tom Thibodeau. Guys like OG Anunoby. This team is filled with guys that are tough. This New York Knicks team is filled with gritty guys. This team is filled with guys that know how to do their job and do it very well. We're talking about Josh Hart playing 46, 47 minutes. We're not talking about overtime is being played. He's playing the entire game. We're talking about, getting the most out of your players. Now, Tom Thibodeau is always known for, burning players out or whatever and things like that. But he's getting the most that he can out of this New York Knicks roster. Mitchell Robinson, who was dealing with an injury in the series, banged up. But make no mistake, man, the Philadelphia 76ers played great. They played great. It was just, honestly, if Embiid was healthy, it probably would have been split a little more evenly down the middle. But without a healthy Embiid, even though he still played great and had 39 points in a closeout game, I think a healthy Embiid would have gave the Sixers a little bit more of an edge. But just Jalen Brunson was just too much at times. Honestly, man, you can say what you want about the fact that he's not a prototypical point guard, but the guy gets his teammates involved. He hits big shots, timely shots when it's time to, and he knows how to seize the moment. He knows how to seize the moment. And what more could you ask for? I think, the New York Knicks is surprising a lot of people this season. We looked at last year and how their season ended, and now this year, they're one of the teams that, now make no mistake, they could be going to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's a separate video I have when I'm gonna discuss, the next round versus their opponent, the Indiana Pacers. But when I look at this series, man, like I said, it was a straight up dogfight. It could have went either way. You look at how the Sixers were down, and then they ultimately fought back in this series. You look at the Knicks fans and how they took over the Philadelphia 76ers arena. It's just, you gotta love NBA playoff basketball. The atmosphere was great. Everything, the stars come out and see, and it's just, these are the moments that make champions. And I'm not saying that the Knicks will eventually win the NBA title this year, but what I am saying is this series definitely was one of my favorites. This series was definitely one of my favorites out of the first round. Kudos to the Knicks, job well done. I feel like Philadelphia have some things to address this offseason, and first things first is the health of Joel Embiid. I always said this with big men, especially after they have several injuries. The window of opportunity is closing, so If you are the Philadelphia 76ers, there are some things that have and needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. For me, like I said, the Knicks with the supporting cast that Jalen Brunson has around him right now, the Dante DiVincenzo's, the Josh Harts, the OG Ananobis, Isaiah Harkenstein. I think it's Harkenstein or Harkenstein. But you look at just how they were able to get over this hump and move on to the next round. Job well done by Tom Thibodeau and his coaching staff. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. New York Knicks fans, Philadelphia 76er fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network. And I catch you guys on the next video.